Okay, so now I'm gonna explain how the Geeks transfer, or should I say transpose works. So this is my normal project that is made in RPG Maker XP, as you can see, and there's Geeks transpose and serialize. Now, what happened here is that this is the project, as you can see. Um, these are all the maps and everything. Okay, now before you can use Geeks transpose, you have to make sure that all the folders here, all the data are visible. Now, in order to make those visible, you have to export each of one of these, export it into its own folder. So basically, it will change from blue to red, meaning that it's not hidden anymore. Then, after all that process, you can see all the files are visible. And to be on the safe side, all the audio files have to be converted to MP3 or WAV, because that's what XNA Studio reads. Now, once this is there, all you have to do is double click that and it will do its work. Right, it's now doing the tile set. Now once this is done, you can see there are three folders that are created. The chipset is basically the tile set. The Geeks data is basically the data folder. And the mask, well, didn't use any mask, so this is going to be leave blank. Now your next step is to open Geeks Play, which is an beta version created from the open source, which is XNA Studio. There's a couple of script files that allows things to be transposed. As you can see, there are some folders and files here, which most of the data are basically transposed and transfer over to this already. So the procedure is where you have your audio, data, font, graphics, and video, of course. So as the name suggests, audio, you will transfer all the audio files from RPG Maker XP into the corresponding folders with the song, sound effect, background effect, and so forth. Same thing with data, you transfer all the data from Geeks data into here, and of course it's done by adding existing item. And then what will happen that everything will come up, then you'll choose that all files, and then you'll select all, and then you'll add them, and then basically that's how it goes. So same thing for graphics. You had all the corresponding folders. Basically, that's in RPG Maker XP. Now, once that's done, you will you can right click and rebuild solution, and it will go to the whole rebuilding process, and then you can also test it to see how it exactly will show on the Xbox 360 or Windows Mobile phone if you choose to put it on it. This is basically a slide error, which is not normal, but it comes up now and then. Okay, and as you can see, it's basically running in X in a studio. Now, there's one important thing when you're doing transfer into XNA Studio, which that error that I just came upon. In doing the data section, always delete the file check. That's what caused the error just then. So basically, if you should rebuild it now, you should have no problem. Just go straight, and it will basically operate in XNA Studio. Guys, here you can see it's rebuilding. So basically, it will come up with no error whatsoever, and it should run smoothly. Sometime it may take a little while. It depends on the magnitude of the game that is created, or how many files that it have to rebuild and check for different errors and so forth. So sometime it will take a couple seconds, but once you're basically correct an error, it have to rebuild the whole thing from start to make sure that the error is fixed in all section, and then it will run smoothly. Alright, so meanwhile that is basically processing. So as you can see, these three folders basically was what created by Geex transpose. Basically, as a process, you can see it serialized the data from in this folder, right? So it serialized them from RPGXP data into XML data, which allows XNA Studio to basically recognize. Taking quite a while here. Alright, let's see, pause this a bit until the build process is finished. As you can see, um, it runs successfully without any error or anything whatsoever. So basically, it runs smoothly right there. This was the same error from the last time, where what it does is check for that particular file that I took out. Now, as the simple process go, we normally right click on Geex Play, and then you can do project copy for Xbox, or if you want to test it through XNA Studio on the Xbox through um, App Hub. There's a process here where you just click set start a project once it's running on the Xbox, and then you will be able to do so. With this current version, being that it's a beta, there are the license files for the script have not been released as yet. It will be done later on this year. So if you should try and run it on the Xbox, you'll get an error that is missing several files, which those files will be in the full release, not the beta. Alright, so I think that's basically conclude the old transpose and transfer process, right? And yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, you can email me, and I'll be glad to reply.